DACAPO is a creative audio production company. Basically anything that uses sound in a creative way, that would be the kind of service we provide. We really look at less, we are recording with this high-end gear, and more, we have these creative personnel that can really understand what you need and deliver to that expectation and that requirement.
I'm an audio engineer here. I went to Vancouver, and then, the industry is pretty saturated with engineers out there, so I moved back home, and luckily the studio was hiring at that time, and I've been here ever since. I mainly do dialogue editing here and sound effects for animation, game audio, and commercial work. Whatever I get thrown at, basically.
We have been able to employ local voice talent in Winnipeg for over a decade. Sometimes I'm a little dumbfounded by that. That's amazing for a small local recording studio.
We are in a creative industry, so we have to be in an environment where creativity in others is fostered and developed. And in our case, that really means we have to be in a city that has, for instance, a large number of people who are capable of doing voice acting. In one sense, having a city that has, in this case, several theater companies, and that has a film industry, and that generally has, I like to say, kind of a critical mass of creative people that allow you to source the creative solutions that you really need in your production. And in our case, Winnipeg is large enough for that. Generally, we have been able to find someone who can do whatever we need in a creative capacity here.
9 times out of 10, voice talents will exit their recording booths from their engineers, and they'll just be like, wow, that was an amazing experience. And it just makes me so proud to be a part of a company like that, where we can not only work professionally, but we can develop these relationships.
The benefits of working in Winnipeg, for me, began working as a musician, moving from Saskatchewan to Winnipeg and trying to find people to be creative musically with. And what I found here, Winnipeg's community was far less cutthroat. There was so much more camaraderie, there was support, and again, that small town feel just lends itself to an intimacy, and intimacy to trust, and trust to creativity.